transform your health. Tactile omega-3s antioxidants backed by science. Subscribe, man.
All right, let's talk about the world's most nutrient-packed foods. You know, there's so much noise out there about health trends, it's easy to get confused. So, we're going to cut through all that and give you a simple, practical guide to the real powerhouses, the foods you can actually add to your diet and see a real difference.
Just think about that for a second. What if your grocery list was actually your best pharmacy? It's a powerful idea, right? That the simple choices we make every day in the supermarket could be the most effective medicine we'll ever take. That's really what we're diving into today, how the right foods can completely transform our health.
Okay, so what do we even mean by nutrient-dense? It's actually a pretty simple concept. It's all about getting the most nutritional bang for your buck. We're talking about foods that are just jam-packed with vitamins, minerals, and all these other good compounds, but without a ton of calories. These are the foods that really help our bodies fight things like inflammation and lower our risk for all sorts of diseases.
So, where do we start? Well, let's begin with the basics, the foundation of any healthy diet, incredible foods that come straight from the planet.
First on our list, kale. I know, it's gotten a ton of hype as a superfood, but honestly, it's for a really good reason. When it comes to leafy greens, this one is pretty much the king of the castle.
I mean, just look at this profile. It's loaded with vitamins C, K, and A. It's got important minerals like potassium and calcium for your bones and heart. Plus, it's a great source of fiber, which we all need, and it's packed with antioxidants that protect your cells. And get this, a single cup of raw kale has more vitamin C than an entire orange. It's like a complete nutritional toolkit in one little leaf.
All right, moving on, let's talk about legumes. We're talking about the whole family here. Beans, peas, lentils, you name it. These guys are an absolute must if you're looking for some serious plant-based nutrition.
And you can see why they're so great right here. The fiber, amazing for your digestive health. The protein is a game changer, especially if you're vegetarian or vegan. But here's a really important one. They have a low glycemic index. What that means is they give you this nice, steady, lasting energy without sending your blood sugar on a roller coaster ride.
Okay, next up, something I think we can all get behind. Berries. I mean, who doesn't love berries? But here's the thing, they're not just delicious. Fruits like blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, they're basically a tiny little army of antioxidants ready to protect our bodies.
And the benefits are just incredible. They help fight off inflammation and even cancer. They're an amazing source of fiber and vitamin C. They're low on the glycemic index, which is great news for diabetics. They can even help lower your cholesterol and keep your skin looking great. Seriously, a handful of berries is like a handful of health.
All right, let's talk about an ancient healer, garlic. For thousands of years, people have used it for way more than just flavor. It has some seriously powerful medicinal properties. And the secret to all that power? It comes down to one special little compound.
And that compound is called allicin. This stuff is an absolute powerhouse. It's been shown to help lower blood pressure, and it has some really strong anti-cancer, antibacterial, and even antifungal properties. Allicin is what makes garlic such a tiny but mighty force for good in our bodies.
Okay, so we've covered some amazing things from the plant world. Now let's shift gears a bit and look at some of the heavy hitters from the animal kingdom.
And we have to start with salmon. When you think of salmon or other fatty fish, one thing should immediately come to mind, omega-3s. These fatty acids are absolutely crucial for our brain and our heart.
And the benefits here are just huge. We're talking about preventing things like heart disease and stroke, but it goes deeper than that. Studies have also linked omega-3s to a lower risk of both dementia and depression. So eating salmon isn't just good for your physical body, it can actually boost your mood and your overall sense of well-being.
All right, let's talk about something that's super affordable and easy to find, the good old egg. People call it nature's multivitamin for a reason. It's incredible how they manage to pack a little bit of almost every single nutrient we need into one tiny shell.
I mean, think about what you're getting. You've got top-tier protein for muscle building and repair. You have these specific antioxidants, lutein and zeaxanthin, that are fantastic for preventing eye problems down the line. You've got healthy fats for your brain and minerals like selenium and iodine that help keep your thyroid happy. It's just an amazing all-in-one package. Okay, now we're getting to what might be the single most nutrient-dense food on the entire planet, and that is animal liver. I'm talking, it is just absolutely jam-packed with high-quality protein, tons of B vitamins, especially B12, and essential minerals like iron and zinc.
But, and this is a really big but, you have to be careful here.
Before you even think about adding liver to your diet, there's a super important warning you need to hear.
Here's the deal. Moderation is absolutely key. Liver is extremely high in vitamin A, and in large amounts, vitamin A can actually be toxic. And for pregnant mothers, the advice is crystal clear. Avoid it completely. There's a serious risk of birth defects. So yes, it's a superfood, but it's one you have to treat with a lot of respect and care. Okay, after that pretty serious note, let's lighten things up a bit, shall we? Let's have some fun and look at a couple of super snacks, some healthy treats you probably weren't expecting to see on this list.
Yep, you're seeing that right. Potatoes. I know, they get a bad rap sometimes, but the humble potato is actually a nutritional powerhouse. It's a great source of potassium, magnesium, and vitamin C. And get this, they're one of the most filling foods on the planet, which can actually help you manage your weight.
But, and this is the all-important catch, the health benefits only count when you're eating the whole food. Think baked, boiled, or roasted potatoes. The second they're turned into processed snacks like potato chips or French fries, poof, all those amazing benefits pretty much vanish.
And now for our final surprise, the big one. The question we've all been secretly hoping for. Can chocolate actually be good for you? Let's find out.
And the answer is yes. But there's a catch, and it all comes down to this magic number. For dark chocolate to count as a healthy treat, you've got to look for at least 70% cocoa. That's the sweet spot where you start getting all those incredible antioxidants and minerals, like magnesium and copper.
So, there you have it. We've looked at powerhouses from the planet, from the animal kingdom, and even some surprising snacks. Now, the final piece of the puzzle is, how do you put it all together? Now, of course, this list isn't the be-all and end-all. There are so many other amazing, nutrient-dense foods we could have talked about. You know, things like broccoli, ginger, spinach, beef, mushrooms, sweet potatoes. The list goes on and on. Which really brings us to the final and most important question of all. And this one's for you. After seeing all these amazing foods, which one of these are you going to add to your plate this week? You don't have to change everything overnight. Just adding one new thing can be a huge step in the right direction for your health. Thanks for joining me.